Greetings and welcome to the second in my long series of Heritage Quest video walkthroughs for the Everquest 2 MMO. I am Nandiari Mistwalker, leader of the Rain Dancer Guild, and I am going to guide you through these quests. In this episode, we are going to run through the Return of the Light. This quest can be started as early as level 15. The timestamp references for each step of the quest are in the description below. Let's get started. This quest starts in the Commonlands, which is technically under evil control, but as long as you stay away from the Crossroads guards, anyone can wander here freely. It is more efficient if you arrive by the Druid Ring. The mob that drops the quest starter floats around here. The creature you are looking for is called the Lightbringer Wisp. There are a bunch of wisps milling about here, but the biggest and most glittery is the Lightbringer. He will drop one ball, a burned out Lightstone. If you are doing this quest in a group, you will each need one of these to start the quest. There are a number of wandering mobs to jump you while you're reading things. If these battles are difficult, then try and focus on the task at hand. Shiny. Sorry about that. That kind of may be a thing in these walkthrough videos. Now we're off to see a man called Cannix Silverflame. The Wizard Spire is a good place to travel from if you like. It is very close. He stands next to the crossroads, which can be seen from far away. Oh, there's another one! Shiny. I think that's all the shinies I find in this quest. Perhaps someone can comment on any I miss. You will need to visit Cannix several times during this quest, so make a note of his location. Cannix dismisses you if you call him a guard, but the second choice offers him the Lightstone because he's a pilgrim. He says yes to power it back up if you do a bunch of running around for him. First is to touch the stone to the Mourned and the Forgotten. The Mourned is super obvious and is right next to the Grifton station. You can't miss it as you're passing by. The Forgotten is harder to find. Mount a Griffin to head to the Hidden Canyon station and watch the ground as you fly over. Past the Rodent Kitty village, past the salamanders, and in an open desert field halfway buried. You can see the lost statue from the air. Just jump off the bird when you see it and run over to it. Now that you have touched both statues, we return to Cannix. He says, "Yay, look, it's brighter." His second errand is to go back to the Druid Rings and find Ramanai. Now, I flailed around a little here. I had forgotten which tree he was under and spent nearly 10 minutes running in circles, killing every lion I saw. When I finally found him, it was easy to see that I had turned right instead of left and gotten myself all tangled up. I put in a tree spotting edit when we enter this area, so you don't have to do what I did. When he's dead, back to Cannix. All he says is, "Yay, look, it's brighter." His third task is to kill 2 orc captains, Gare and Ogoth. These 2 are located in the southeastern region of the map, on the other side of the river. The place is crawling with orcs, so you might need to fight your way through. The fights are not difficult at this level, but they still can be annoying. Captain Gare is located with his men wandering the center of the area. Captain Olaf is hiding with his own men in a little cubby in the wall. Kill both groups and return to Cannix. He says, once more, "Hey, look, it's brighter," and sends you on a 4th task. You must kill the High Priest in the ruins of Varsoon. Head south and west this time instead of east, and you'll come to the ruins of Varsoon. You know you're in the right place if you see a graveyard at the end of a road coming out. On the first tower you see there is a group of skeletons in and on around it. One of them up top is your priest. Bring him down however you wish. Kill him and return to Cannix. Cannix is impressed by the brightness and says there's just one thing left to do. You need General Drull's sword. Taking the griffin to the hidden canyon tower to find the chasm you're looking for. There are 2 different cul-de-sacs on the other side of the mountain walls. The one on the west side is our goal. Once we get there, there is a man crouched behind a rock watching the door. He says, "Shush, get down." And you have to literally get off your mount and crouch, default key C, and strike up another conversation with him. Big lore dump, and it ends with you telling him you can handle yourself, and he gives you a key. The gate up here is interesting. It leads to either the excavation site or Maulik's Stronghold. The Stronghold is only visible if you have the key from the man, so if you zone out, you will need to talk to him again. The zone is not easy, and there are particular ways to do it to avoid the biggest problems. Taking out the spotter here is a necessity. If he gets away, he'll run the camp, and the entire zone will come after you all at once. I was overconfident at this point and ended up fleeing once and dying twice, but we whittled them down eventually. Advice? Proxy pulling is your friend. It will get one group where spells or weapon attacks cause all of them to come. The groups are spread out and intermingled, so it's important to get them separately. Mercs and pets may not understand the situation, so you may have to put them on peaceful before you start and then turn it back on again when you have the orc where you want them and the combat can begin. The zone is persistent, which means if you leave and come back in the zone, it will not have reset yet. So if you need to zone out, you can. It's just kind of annoying to have to re-get the key every time. If I'm going to go down, I'd rather not leave the zone. Death just leaves you in front of the door. If you go back to the door without the key from the crouching guide, then you'll zone into the training grounds. We do not want to be in the training grounds, so we need to go talk to the man. Inside the fortress, there are 3 waves of orcs. The final wave is where the general is. As soon as he dies, your quest is updated, so focus on him first when he shows up, and it doesn't matter if you live or die after that, because you've already got his sword. Back to Cannix! He says, "Yay, that's..." and then he's interrupted by a bunch of guys wanting to kill him. It is feasibly possible to keep him alive in the attack, but that's usually when you've got a few people around who can each grab one's attention, so there's no one left to slash at him. I was unable to save him, but that's alright. Quest finishes when the assassins die, regardless of Cannix's states. You end the quest with 5 balls of varying strengths, but only the most powerful actually does anything. As with the other Heritage Quest rewards, you can turn it into a house item or use it as gear, but the other 4 could either be stashed in a bank or house vault or sold, depending on your penchant for nostalgia. And that, my dancers, is the Return of the Light. I like this one because it shows off that HQs are so very different than each other. Makes me excited to get to the next one. This has been Nandy, our Mistwalker. I hope this helped. Happy dancing.